Buenos días, son las 12 y es el viernes. Hello everyone, good afternoon. It's 12 o'clock on Friday, so it's time for the third and final installment of Community Spanish this week, as I've been going live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 12. In addition, we still have our children's programming, the kids French every day at 10:30, and kids Spanish every day at 11 o'clock, so people of all ages have something to tune into. Now, I'm afraid the technology gods are not quite on my side today, since I could not go live through the computer with my normal materials, so I apologize in advance that I'm going to have to kind of improvise and still want to give you a quality lesson, but I don't have all of the materials to show you on my screen as I might normally do. So maybe I will remake the video and repost at a future time once I can actually remake and show you all the things that I had prepared for today, but we can still lay some good work. So and I'm going to still upload the video and upload a worksheet after our last day to give you some extra practice with these concepts. So you can be practicing if you're getting comfortable with the things that we are doing. Please feel free to comment on the video, let's share it. Let me know what else you want to learn if you have any requests of topics, or it could be a grammar topic, it could be a vocabulary topic, really anything you want to know about, I'm happy to teach. You can let me know in the comments of the video, or you can send a message to our Facebook, or even you can check out on our website the Facebook Live page, and there's a virtual suggestion box there, so you can leave some ideas if you have anything that we can help you with. So but again, without further ado, I'm going to get to my lesson for today, and again, do my best, given that I can't show you any of the materials that I had prepared because of this technological difficulty in the last few minutes as I tried to go live. So, but I'm still going to be able to hopefully share some valuable information, and hopefully we can still do some practice together. So, what we're going to talk about today are verbos reflexivos, or reflexive verbs. So essentially what that means is basically for actions that you do to yourself. So if you like to think about it in a grammar way, we say that it's an action where the subject and the object are the same. There's no change. Usually we might have a change in person in a sentence. For example, if like I give you a present, then there's a change in people, right? Because we have I and then you. So that's normally how we have it in a verb. There's someone doing something and maybe someone receiving something. But for the reflexive verbs, these are for things that we do to ourselves. So there's kind of no one else involved. And we use these verbs most often when we talk about the things we do in our daily routine, especially like our routine in terms of like how we get ourselves ready in the morning, these kind of things. These use a lot of reflexive verbs because a lot of the things we do to get ready, we do for ourselves. So, so that's where this comes into play. So the thing that's basically our kind of key piece of information to know with these reflexive verbs is that we have to put a special pronoun in front of the verb. So normally we just use our different people, our subject pronouns like yo and tú, él, ella, usted, nosotros, vosotros, ellos, ellas, ustedes. These are normally our people that we have that go right in front of a verb or an action word. So the thing that's special about these reflexive verbs is that we have to add another special word in front of the verb to show that it's an action we do to ourselves. So to give you some examples, for example, if I'm going to say like I brush my teeth, again, I'm brushing my teeth to myself. There's only me involved. No one else is involved. I say yo me cepillo los dientes. Okay, so yo me cepillo. So in front of things that you do to yourself, to I, to yo, we're going to put the word me, which is kind of like saying myself. Okay, so yo me cepillo. Okay, now if you're doing something to yourself with tú, then we use the word te. So for example, I want to say you brush your teeth, tú te cepillas los dientes. So you can see we have the normal person and verb, but we have this extra added in word of te. And again, I apologize that I can't show you this on the screen because I would ideally like to have, for you visual learners, have these sentences all laid out in front so we can all see it. But again, because I couldn't use the materials, we'll have to improvise a little bit today and just listen to my voice. But so again, for me, it's me. For something you do to yourself, we use te. If it's something that he does to himself or she does to herself, or if we're being polite with usted, then they would also be into this category of saying yourself, but in a polite way, we use the word se. So for example, if I say he brushes his teeth, él se cepilla los dientes. Él se cepilla, or she brushes her teeth, ella se cepilla, or you formal, usted se cepilla. So we have for 3 words. For me it's me, for you it's te, and for himself, herself, yourself, it's se. Okay, this is where a lot of students often get confused and they will use le, but le is a different word meaning to him or to her or for him or for her. This is when we're giving something maybe to someone else. So be careful here that with reflexive words we use se, not le. Okay, se. Now if it's something we do to ourselves, we use nos. Okay, so for example, we brush our teeth. Nosotros nos cepillamos los dientes. So you can see how this little pronoun keeps going right in front of the verb that we're using. Okay. Then for you all in Spain, if we're using vosotros, if you use vosotros, then we would use os. So we say like you all brush your teeth. Vosotros os cepilláis los dientes. For you all brush your teeth. And then finally, the last one to say themselves or you all, the plural that we use in the countries outside of Spain, which is ustedes, we use se again. So se is the one that is actually repeated. If it's himself or herself or your polite, yourself, or themselves or you all, your all selves, plural, it's all the same. We use se for both of those. So it's a little bit easier in that sense that you use one word for both of those cases. So again, we have basically 5 words to know. Me, te, se, os, and we use se again. Okay, so those are the different words we want to use, and as you noticed in my examples, I'm putting them ahead in front of the verb that I want to use to describe who is doing what to themselves. Okay, so to give one more layer of information before we do some practice together, if we're talking about something that you are doing, like ing, okay, so then we have a couple of options about how we want to say that. So for example, if I want to say I am brushing my teeth instead of I brush my teeth, I would say, we have estoy cepillando. This would be for the ing verb. Okay, so then we have to put the me in there somewhere. So this kind of special thing says that you can put the me either before or attach it onto the end. And I'll tell you what I mean. So I can either say me estoy cepillando los dientes, means I am brushing my teeth, or I can say estoy cepillándome los dientes. So in Spanish, we actually have 2 different options about how we want to do, and this is going to be the case for anything you do if there's more than one verb. In this case, we're talking about estoy and cepillando, but it could be another verb, like if I say, for example, he is going to brush his teeth. Él va a cepillarse los dientes, or él se va a cepillar los dientes. So you can see the same idea. You can either put it on the front or you can attach it onto the back. And just making sure that if you attach it on the back, make sure that you keep the original stress when you pronounce it about where it should be. So you may have to add a little accent onto the word to preserve the original pronunciation. So for example, if I say estoy cepillándome, if there are no accents on that word, I would say estoy cepillándome, and then it doesn't sound right. So because of the way that it has shifted now that we added the word on the end. So make sure you put that little accent mark where the original stress was so you can make it sound just how it should. So that way, me estoy cepillando and estoy cepillándome, you can hear cepillando sounds the same in both. So that's why we have to just kind of keep an extra little eye, that if we are going to attach it onto the back, sometimes we have to add an accent to keep the original stress. So now let's get into a little bit of practice as we can. And again, I'm sorry that I can't show you the exercises I wanted to on my screen so you can look at them with me, but I'm going to do my best still to have us practice together. And feel free to leave some comments below, again, if you want to participate as much as you can. So as I mentioned, most of these verbs are going to be coming up when we're talking about our daily routine of things. So a lot of actions that we do to ourselves to get ready in the morning or get ready for bed at the end of the day are things that we would use reflexives for. So for example, like I said before, like cepillarse is to brush, okay? Now we have, for example, lavarse would be to wash. We have vestirse, which means to get dressed. So again, most people are dressing themselves, so it's a reflexive verb. For example, we have also mirarse, like you look at yourself in the mirror, for example. So we can see some different examples of verbs like this. And so when we see an infinitive of one of these verbs, you'll notice in all the things I just said that the se is on the end of the infinitive when we talk about it. So I said mirarse, cepillarse, vestirse. So you can hear all the infinitive verbs so we have either AR ending, ER ending, or IR ending, and then the word se. So that's how we're going to express it when it's an infinitive, to say like to wash oneself or to look at oneself. Then again, neutral form is going to be with se. But we have to remember to change it depending on who we're talking about. Me, te, se, nos, os, se. So let's do a little bit of practice together. So we have, for example, the sentence. So it's siempre, always, and our verb is going to be dormirse. Dormirse, when we say dormirse, means like to fall asleep. So dormir is to sleep, and dormirse actually means a little different. It's to fall asleep. So how are you going to say it for yo if the verb is dormirse? So if you can, feel free to write in the comments below if you have an idea about how you would conjugate dormirse with yo. So we're going to do, and I'll help you guide you through the first few. So we have yo, okay? And then the word we know to use for, if it's me, it's me. So yo, me. And then we have to conjugate our verb at the end. So dormir, we have to remember this one's a little special because the O changes to the UE. So we get yo me duermo. Yo me duermo means I fall asleep. Yo me duermo. Okay, yo me duermo. Now, so how about let's try another example. So we have la chica, the girl, and then we have the verb is llamarse. Llamarse. So we're talking about la chica. So how can we describe la chica? So which word are we going to use if it's la chica? Are we going to use me, te, se, nos, or os, or se? Which one do you think works the best if it's la chica? It would be se. Se. So la chica se, and then we have the verb here is llamar, so we have to make sure that goes well with la chica. Okay, so la chica se llama. La chica se llama. Literally, the girl calls herself, as in her name is. The girl calls herself, for example, la chica se llama Claudia. The girl calls herself Claudia, or she, we would say in a loose translation, her name is Claudia. Okay, let's try another one together. So we have, for example, in the morning, nosotros, we, okay, and then we have the verb vestirse, which is to get dressed. So vestirse. So think about how you would use that one. If we had nosotros, okay, and then the verb is vestirse. So which word would we use for if it's describing nosotros? Would it be me, te, se, nos, os, or se? If you're thinking nos, you're right, because it's nosotros. So nos. So this would go in front, and then we have to conjugate our verb to go with nosotros. So we would say nosotros nos vestimos. Nosotros nos vestimos. We dress ourselves. Okay. Muy bien. All right, let's try two more together before I'm going to wrap up. And again, I will still post the more exercises on the website. So if you want to see more things, especially see more things in writing, since unfortunately I couldn't show you the pages that I wanted to show you to have on my screen today. But it is what it is. So let's go on. We'll do two more together before we wrap up this Friday lesson. So número cuatro. Okay, so this one is a little different. We are saying tengo, so yo tengo, que, and then we have the verb irse. So what are we going to do here? Because we have tengo, que. Okay, so it's a little different structure than is the structure when we say we have to do something. So I have to. Now this one is we have to kind of connect some dots here because we know that when we use the phrase tengo que, it means the verb after it has to be infinitive. So those of you who maybe have learned this lesson before about how you say you have to do something in Spanish is a form of tener and que and then infinitive. So we're going to do the same thing here. Tengo que, and then again our verb was irse, but we know it's for yo because it's yo tengo. So tengo que irme. saying I have to go. I gotta go. Tengo que irme. Tengo que irme. So we're using ir, infinitive, because tengo is already conjugated, and then the me to describe for me. So tengo que irme. All right, last one, número 5. So we have now ellos, the people, and the verb is casarse, to get married. Okay, so casarse. So ellos. So which word will we use in front if it's with ellos? So will we use me, te, se, nos, os, or se? Which one will we use for ellos? It would be se. Ellos se. Okay, and then we have to use the verb casar to go with ellos. So as we know from the AR verbs, and again, if you want a little refresher on that, I made another video, so you're welcome to check that out on AR verbs. We're going to end it with an or an, so it will be the whole thing in total. Ellos se casan. They get married. They marry each other. Ellos se casan. Okay, so we can see some different examples of how we use these reflexive verbs. Again, verbs we do to ourselves. So something I do to myself, I use me and I put that before the verb. Like for example, yo me duermo was our example from the first one. Or for example, tú te llamas, you call yourself, you know your name is. Él se cepilla los dientes, he brushes his teeth. Él se cepilla los dientes, and that would work for él, it would work for ella, it would work for usted. Then for nosotros, for example, if we want to say nosotros nos maquillamos, we put on our makeup, we put makeup on ourselves. Nosotros nos maquillamos. Okay, now for example, you all in Spain look at each other in the mirror, or sorry, look at yourselves in the mirror. Vosotros os miráis en el espejo. And finally, the one to use for ellos or ellas o ustedes, we're going to come back to say again, just like with él, ella, and usted. So for example, like we had in our last case, ellos se casan. They get married. Ellos se casan. So we can see some examples about how to use these reflexive verbs. So with that, I'm going to wrap up our video for today. Again, apologies again that I wasn't able to go live on the computer and show you my normal materials as I would, but hopefully you were still able to get some quality information out of the lesson and some good practice. I'm going to put the video and the worksheet up on our website, the Facebook Live page of our website, rolalanguages.com. You can see all of our videos listed there in nice little groupings. So if you're looking for the community Spanish videos, or if you're looking for children's French videos, whatever you're looking for, we have them all nicely organized there along with these worksheets so you can practice. So please feel free to check those out. Please like, comment, and share on the videos. Let us know what you want to learn. Otherwise, I will see you next on Monday, el lunes on Monday at 12 for our next community Spanish. As I said, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at noon. Otherwise, you can tune into children's French every weekday at 10:30 and children's Spanish every weekday at 11. So with that, adios y buen fin de semana.